Good morning, dear students. Welcome to my channel. Dr. Savita Patil, Associate Professor, Department of Commerce, Government Autonomous College, Kalburgi. Dear students, today's my topic is the very important tips to select a research topic. Every researcher, every student who is there in the fourth semester, the PG or in the UG, to submit the project, it's very important and essential to select a relevant research topic. So in my today's video, I am going to give you some important tips regarding how to select a good research topic. Dear students, the first of all, the very important tip is the interest. In the interest is very important in selection of the topic. This means the area of the your research studies. In which area? For example, if you are a commerce student, then your research area that might be the marketing, finance, HR, taxation, etc. In which area you have the interest, you have to select that particular topic. Okay, you have to go to that particular area to choose a research topic. This is the first thing. Then the second important is the identification of current and relevant issues. Here, for selecting the research topic, it is very essential. You should have the some relevancy and the current issues which were happening in your field. If you are science students, that is the important the happenings, the current events which are happening in your field. You have to go through it. If you are commerce student, then you have to see what are the relevant changes they are taking place in. They are taking place in the commerce field. Okay, that is, for example, in the finance, in the banking, that might be the fintech, that may be the AI, how they are working, what are their issues, what are the challenges. It's very essential to understand those points. That is what the identification of the current and relevant issue. Once it will come to know what are the important, relevant, and current issues for the research studies, then next you have to go for the just check your research gap. How a student or a research can understand the research gap by go through the ROL. ROL stand for the review of literature. As a researcher, you have to go for the review of literature, means you have to make a deep investigation of the study, that is by referring the various journals, articles, theses, dissertations for your to study your research, to know your research gap. Once you go through in detail, then you'll understand. That is what can be, you can fill as a researcher gap, and you can understand what are the various research problem under your research studies. Okay. Once after the understanding the gap, then you have to go for the availability and accessibility of the data, which is very very important in the research. You may go for the primary data, you may go for the second data, but the availability and the accessibility should be very easy and convenient for a researcher. According to that, you have to select a research topic. That the next will be the very important, that is the feasibility. Here, under the feasibility, you have to consider the cost involved and the resources which are available and the tools and the techniques which are suitable for your research. After this, the very important will be the you have to seek a guidance from your professors, from your experts, your friends who are very who have the good knowledge in that particular field. Okay. After discussion of this, you have to go for the formulation of the clear research problem. Once you may understand the various gaps, you can formulate the clear research problems. After this blueprint, you have to go for the original and the ethics contribution. The students follow these important tips to select a good research topic.